I am so sorry, guys, that I didn't do this sooner, but that's bipolar for you. I say I want to do things, and then the day comes, and then my body goes, you're not going to do that today. So, I'm sorry, but we're going to start off. First of all, how cute is this? Plant lady, hello. Got Mama's drink in here. So anywho, I'm going to start off with the guacamole, which obviously you can't see. I'm going to have to try and adjust this. We're going to figure out some shit. I might chop my head off, but that's okay. Everybody that's ever made guacamole knows what the ingredients are. I don't do cilantro. It tastes like butt. If you want to use cilantro, that's all you. Another thing you can add jalapeno peppers and things like that, but that's not my jam. I have to watch, with Chris's stomach, we have to really watch some of the things that we get in there. I do have to apologize because I bought these on Sunday, and they're a little overripe. So I don't know what I'm getting into when I open them. If it's a bust, we're just going to throw them away and just do... Caprese. So anywho... told my husband I was going to get more guacamole at the store, or more avocados. So on that note, let's do guacamole another time. This is what happens when you can't remember to make a dang grocery list. But that's okay, because this is really what everybody's been asking for anyways. See that? Got that's sliced fresh mozzarella. You can get it. This is actually, I like this better because Chris likes Roma tomatoes, and when I slice them, the big, chunky pieces, it's a bit much. The contrast is a little off, but that's okay. These are a little bit smaller than what I'm used to using, so it'll look a little different than I normally make, but mozzarella's mozzarella. You can use any tomato you like. Chris uses, his favorite is Roma's. I don't think we need that one there. Garlic. Don't be scared of the garlic. My mom doesn't like garlic, but that's me. Salt and pepper. And one more thing. Everybody who knows me, plant lady, I get my basil fresh. Don't you dare ever make this with dry basil. I will hunt you down. Hunt you down. Let's go with, I usually say about 3 leaves for good measure. And I'll show you a little trick I learned with these. And I wait till I make it before I take these off, otherwise they wilt really badly. Okay, gonna move that over here. All right, we got our maters. Typically, I think what I'm gonna do, even though the mozzarella is smaller than I normally get, I'm gonna cut them the way I normally cut his Romas. Rachel Ray, garbage bowl, my hero. So slice them however you want. Like I said, Chris likes Romas. So I just do a few slices. And those I'm actually going to put over here. Don't be afraid if they fall apart. They fall apart. It really doesn't fucking matter. It's going to go in your mouth hole anyways. So, and then another, I think I'm going to try and do these regularly. Part of the problem, part of the reason, I have some health issues that I have to deal with. My Hashimoto's, I have bipolar, I suffer from anxiety and depression, and diet really does affect that, guys. The problem is when you're bipolar and you're not treating it properly, you don't give a shit. So, that's why I'm trying to give a shit. And the hubby's trying to give a shit, because he needs to. We both kind of need to. Okay, I'm going to dump that guy. Don't look too pretty. I don't like him. Don't ask me why. He just doesn't appeal to me for some reason. Sometimes it's a food thing. It's a texture thing. It's a really weird thing. Probably going to do this last one here. That should probably be enough. Depends on how you make. Like I said, the one I normally get is double this size. So So I figured it's not that much of a demonstration. We'll go ahead and do it with the little ones today. Alright, so we're going to slice that up, slice it. Yeah, okay. So we got our maters. Just put those over here. And it's seriously, it's one of the easiest things to do. I'm making a big mess. I'm going to get this over here. I'm going to do, I never, don't laugh at chopping skills. I suck at chopping stuff. But I do not use minced garlic on this. It's too mushy. I prefer to have some bite. This is a very potent dish. So if you are having a first date and you're making a dinner for somebody, don't make this. Unless you both love garlic and they don't care what your breath tastes like, smells like. My mom can't stand it. It makes her want to gag. And that means more for me. Garlic is very good for your heart. Currently trying to grow a couple from some of the roots we had from the last batch I made. And I'll be honest, guys, I go way overboard on the garlic. I always do. I always have. It must be an Italian thing. This is. Sorry about the guacamole. That was a really bad. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Chris warned me. But that's alright. That's okay. We'll just, this one, yeah, we'll just throw both of them away. What the hell, it's only money, right? But that's okay. That is okay. We will do guacamole over the weekend. I hope. I got a lot of plans to do baby pots and plant some good things and yard work we got to take care of. And now that it's raining, the grass is growing again, so we have to get that done. And all right. And yes, I'm using a very small knife, but I'm very partial to this knife. My good friend, Bonnie Giles, who I have not spoken to. We're still friends on Facebook, so Bonnie, if you're watching this, I still have your knife. I had a small paring knife that she gave. She bought them at like a church sale. I used to sell Avon to her when I lived back in Baltimore. And I would go over there, and her little bird would sit there. She had a little cockatiel that would just kind of hang out. And he liked forks. I don't know why. Forks and spaghetti. That's all I remember. He was an interesting bird. But yeah, she gave me this knife, and I'm telling you, even to this day, it has never dulled. I really have to sharpen it. I know it's smaller, but it does the job. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Make sure it's as fine as you can get it. That's good for me, as you can see. Oops. Boofle. It's a little sticky, but that's okay. Okay. And the basil, so kind of like a chiffonade is what they call it. So I just roll it up, kind of like a joint. And I wouldn't know anything about that. And I try to slice. I try to hold it. It's a little difficult to try and keep it. I kind of massacre it a little bit, but I try to keep it as together as possible. It can be a little tricky. That you got to have a really good knife to cut through fresh basil and not bruise it. You don't really want to hack it to hell. You just want to. That's why I like this knife. So you'll get some strips like that. You don't really need a whole lot. It is very overpowering as well. One other thing I forgot. Balsamic. Elbow. So, this is the fun part. You can do it however. I just got a bowl like this. In fact, this one might be a little bit bigger. This is what I normally use, but it might be a little bit too big. But we'll see. We'll make it work. And you can find this mozzarella in any deli section. Reese's, Walmart. It's not hard to find. Sprouts, I'm sure, has it. Oh, I know Sprouts has it. You could even do the little balls, the little mozzarella balls, but that's not how I was taught. I like it better this way. I like the way it looks. It's the way it's stacked. It's the colors of the Italian flag. Represent. So, it's just always so pretty. And it smells so good. Okie dokie. So, let me find a place to put that right there. Alright. So, I'm going to start taking a couple apart at a time. Here comes Penny. Listening for my mother. She'd be the kind to walk in and be like, "What you doing?" "Oh, I'm sorry. Were you doing a video?" But that's okay. Alright, and basically, the way I do it is I just stack. You just, yeah, these mozzarellas are a little bit smaller. Probably could have cut I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. You just alternate and make a little fan. As I rip this poor little tomato. Vine ripened tomatoes would be really good for this. Those really pretty round ones would be good with the bigger. Okay, so this is the size, it's real small. The other ones are probably that much bigger around. They're pretty decent size. But I like these. These are cute too. These might actually lay a little bit better. I'm kind of OCD about it. Shocker. Oops. So, like I said, Chris and I are trying to eat healthier. So I'm trying to get more into salads. We need diabetic recipes and things like that, you know. Okay, I think I can get a couple more in here. Okay. And then I'm going to start on the middle. It's going to be weird because I try to do it in a spiral, try to make it real pretty. It's just and it's a really cool appetizer to have, you know, if you have guests and stuff like that. If you have like a fancy dinner, you don't have to have a fancy dinner. It's not really fancy. It's super easy. I prefer to let it sit in the fridge for a couple hours so it can kind of get all the flavors together. You know, so if you're going to make it at least a few hours or a couple hours ahead of time, you'll appreciate it more. See it in the pretty? Okay. I don't know if it really matters what order you do this in. This is what I do. So the next step is I just take the garlic. And I put the garlic on next. That way when you put the olive oil and the balsamic, that it takes care of covering all the garlic. And I'm sure there's a rule to what you do first. I just, I very slowly. You don't want to overdo it. Like, don't be too overpowering, but just a splash of the balsamic. God, that's good. I could drink that shit. I'm sorry. Speaking of drinking, yeah. And then take your olive oil, whichever you like. Light, virgin, extra olive oil. You want to do Ray Ray and be EVOO, that's all you. Whoops, okay. And just pour a little bit. Then I do the basil. Because you don't want to get the basil soggy. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? No, I'll leave it like that. I'd probably use a little extra basil. See that there? But that'll be fine for all intents and purposes. I like to add a little bit of salt. Not too much. By the way, so you can see what the hell I'm doing. So just a little. You don't need too much. You've already got a lot of flavors going. Chris isn't a huge pepper fan. I do add just a smidge, just to kind of give it a little. So that's it. That's caprese salad, at least my version. See how pretty it is? Again, I apologize about the avocado. We'll have guacamole this weekend. I'll see you guys later. Bye.